Hi guys, before I start I want to say everything I mentioned in the sense of a conversation that I'm having regarding the video that I'm making now is mainly for people that I'm interacting with in a Facebook group for the Xero Explorer. And yeah, there is where I sort of told people that I would upload another video that shows a possibility to prevent in case of a flyaway, to help make sure that in case the drone flies away and you don't see it anymore and it's gone, and GPS fails in the sense that you can't get a location where it's at, or the last seen place is not close enough to where it really did end up. What I'm gonna show you now will be a possibility to help you find it anyway. And I'm showing my XK Detect for a specific reason, because I modified it with something that I should modify also my Explorer with, which I didn't yet. Look, it has a sort of nose on the battery entrance. And what is it for? I put it on here mainly to have an extra fun sort of thing for when I fly in the evenings, and it's a light. And that light is activated by movement, because it's a light that is normally supposed to be on your bicycle ventile, if that's the where you put the air in, so to say. And look, when it moves, of course now it won't fucking work. Ah yes, here we have it. And what did I use? It's from a body lotion bottle, the pressing cap. For normally it's sort of like a sprays when you do this, but now it creates a little bit of movement before I press it in. So I first build up pressure and then I press it. First goes down like you spray, and then you push it further and it's in. So it has sort of this movement, and this light will be looking nice when you fly in the evenings and at dark circumstances. But at the same time, with the Explorer, that has generally a bigger risk of flying away than this bird does, it's extra handy to have something like this on it, because in case it does fly away and the battery runs empty or the battery is ejected, it has no sort of light showing anymore. Well, that's what I did with my first Explorer that flew away. I hoped that it was still on, because I had a pretty full battery, and I thought, hey, it's already getting a little dark. Yeah, with a bit of luck, I will see some lights in the bushes or anywhere that can. So, yeah, I'm back with another camera, because my system camera stopped recording because of a full memory card. So the angle, the image, it will all look a little different because it's now my action cam that I'm using. But I'll continue. The light will be sort of having an you could have the same sort of reason that I put it on my Detect, of course, but yeah, even in that sense, it's for the Xero, it's almost more like a must-have than for what any other reason. And plus, I'm using for the Detect this one. That's sort of like I just explained for for on your bike wheel. So when it turns, it gives a nice full circle of light that changes, and everybody knows the idea. But to be really sort of as good as possible, I wouldn't suggest putting this on your Xero or pretty much any drone, but I would use one of those things. Oh, I've got no batteries in it, but or one of these things. For example, this one, look. This is
one of the LEDs that's in a fidget spinner, and that's just the simple ones with batteries and then a little plastic you can pull out, and that turns on the light. That's the same system or the same light that you will find in LED balloons, LED balloons. That's also you have a sort of a cord sticking out, but it's just a long paper connected to the little sort of plastic thing that's between the batteries, preventing the thing from making contact and showing the light. Most of you will know exactly what I mean. And because you can better use one of those or one of those little balls that I'm just describing, that you will find in LED balloons and many other LED products and lights. But why is that? This thing is not only way heavier, it contains a lot of metal compared to the components used in this thing. And yeah, you don't want to disturb the magnetic sensor on your drones any more than you're doing at any given time. It also it saves you weight that you put on the drone as well. So that's not only flight time, balance, etc., etc., etc. But like for any and every good reason you can think of to use a light with this. Oh, sorry, I thought it was stopped recording again, so I would be talking into the atmosphere and the universe, but not to the video. But yeah, I'll finish up. The point is you have to you look for a small LED light with as least amount of metal components and the least amount of weight you can find, and that's the optimal way. And even in daytime, I would just pull out the plastic and turn on the little LED when you fly your drone, because yeah, in case it will fly away and in case it doesn't sort of have enough battery left, or let's say enough, or it has a power source, let's put it that way, because in the end, as long as it doesn't rain, there is hope that you will find your drone back. And that means if you won't find it immediately, the chances that you will be looking for it a while or not find it at all is pretty big. So that means just assume that worst case scenario is happening. It's late in the evening. You didn't find your drone still. At least you will know for sure that unless the LED detached, you know, during crash or flight. But even if it was during crash, if you make sure it's solidly mounted enough to at least be on the drone until it probably crashes, or possibly you will have it laying around the drone or sitting on the drone when you're looking for it. So that means even if it's daytime, even if you forget to put the little plug back in, yeah, the thing will probably burn for days, even a week. And at the same time, what do a pair of batteries cost? You know, it's relatively slim, minor to nothing compared to what a drone will cost you. And yeah, when you're left with a drone that is that flew away, you still have the transmitter, you still have a lot of equipment of the thing that will sort of seduce you to buy another drone to make sure that not everything is a waste. And yeah, that means you're pretty invested in it, and it's a small effort or a small